Creation for me is almost a yearning. I get up every day and I have this strong need to express myself in everything I do. It can be from the clothing I actually put on, to the food I might create, to the things that I write, but most importantly, it's to, my own original art. I love to bring materiality to form and to color and to tie these things together in a creative statement. I really am inspired by everything, but am really moved by very simplistic things that stir the senses. A fragrance in the wind, the sun setting behind the trees, the sound of the waves, or the essence of a special wine. All of these things are part of who I am. Many times I pull a canvas out and I have an idea in my mind of what I want to do, and a lot of times that brush seems to have a mind of its own on the canvas. I may start out with one concept, but as the paint is applied and the materials, I incorporate plaster and plastic and all kinds of recycled and found materials into my work to create texture and dimension and juxtaposition of color and natural materials and man-made materials. It's a constant building process, but really it's just too hard for me to often say where the painting is going, because many times I don't really know. It's just a pouring out of myself of things that are within me onto the canvas, and I many times have absolutely no idea where I'm going with the piece that I'm painting. And as far as when it's finished, that is another thing that can be very difficult. I know when it's finished when I feel it, and many times I put the piece aside, I look at it, I come back to it, I pick it up again, I paint some more, I add more color, I add more texture, I add more dimension, and I absolutely cannot tell you at any given moment when that painting will be done. It is just a moment where I step back and I walk away, and I just feel that there's nothing more I have left to say, and that the piece is actually complete. The materials that I have worked with, oh my gosh, are everything from charcoal to watercolor to oil to, oil bars to encaustic to obviously acrylic and iridescent pigments to plaster on canvas. I love to work with all kinds of different mediums that change and alter the texture and the type of how your paint is applied to a canvas. I love to incorporate cornstarch, sand, just about anything you can think of, I have experimented with it. Honestly, I can't say that it is about making myself happy. It's really more about the need to absolutely express myself through my art. It's more about fulfillment as a person and the fulfillment that I need expressed through my art. Form in and of itself is just simply exists. Color is what gives shape and light and dimension to a form. Without color, we would live in a very bland world. Without color, we would not have as much emotion. Without color, we would not taste the foods we taste. We would not feel the things we feel. When I set out to put those first paint strokes on a canvas, each one of those becomes the hope of something new. And even though I don't exactly know where that will be, it excites me to start a new canvas and to fill it and to just see where the color will take me.